Canada just posted the biggest job loss in decades. Headlines like these can feel heavy.
Unemployment rate ticked up 0.2% to 6.7%.
84,000 jobs lost in the month of February alone in Canada.
They are having a difficult time finding jobs, yes, a lot of them. But I could also attribute that to the job market not being as good right now.
My partner got fired recently, but he's in his 30s. I'm not too sure what's going to happen.
84,000 jobs vanished. Not over a year, not over months, in just 1 month. And right before that, another 25,000 gone. That's 109,000 people suddenly waking up with no income, no stability, no idea what comes next. Now think about this for a second. That's not just numbers, that's rent unpaid. That's groceries skipped, that's families sitting at the dinner table pretending everything is okay when it's not. And yet, where is the outrage? Where are the headlines screaming about this? Because right now in Canada, something feels off. Unemployment is rising, opportunities are shrinking, and the people who are supposed to warn you, they keep telling you everything is under control, but history tells us something very different. And the scary part is, most people don't realize it until it's too late. So let me ask you something honestly. Do you feel secure right now? Do you really believe your job is safe in the next 3 to 6 months? Or are you already noticing small signs? Hiring freezes, fewer opportunities, more competition for the same roles? Because if you are, you're not alone. Thousands of people are quietly struggling right now, and nobody is talking about it openly. That's exactly why this video matters. In the next few minutes, I'm going to break down what's really happening behind these job losses, why this could be the early signs of a recession, and most importantly, what this means for you. But before we go deeper, if you care about staying ahead of what's happening in the economy, if you want the truth without sugarcoating, make sure you subscribe right now and turn on notifications.
All right, folks, today we got the latest employment number out of Canada, and it was ugly. 84,000 jobs lost, and the unemployment rate ticked up 0.2% to 6.7%. It was a pretty weak number across the board. And what does this mean for mortgage rates in Canada? Well, it almost for sure is that the Bank of Canada is not going to be doing anything next week with regards to hiking or lowering its interest rate. So the two opposing forces right now with regards to interest rates are the Iran war, obviously pushing up energy prices, creating some inflationary forces there with regards to higher prices at the pump. But on the flip side of that, the economy is weak. There's a lack of demand, economic demand, and this weak number that we just saw with regards to employment just highlights that fact. So I do not expect the Bank of Canada to do anything next week on March 18th, and I don't expect them to do anything in the near future with regards to moving their overnight interest rate. With regards to fixed rates, which move up and down with the bond rates, they have been ticking higher. Lenders have been moving their rates up the last few weeks, and that's been driven by the Iran conflict. But as I said, variable rates are not expected to move because the Bank of Canada is not expected to move its overnight rate. All right, everyone, have a great day.
84,000 jobs lost in the month of February alone in Canada. The unemployment rate ticked up to 6.7%. Think about that, guys, for a second. We are just getting started. The recession started about a couple years ago. AI, inflation, the high cost of living, people are losing their jobs every single day, and it's going to continue to keep happening. And that's why I am really encouraging you to start some kind of business. Get sales and marketing and start some kind of business, whatever it is, because buckle up. Things are going to continue to get a lot worse. And if you don't have multiple streams of income and you're trading time for money, it is a losing game. Now, I have an opportunity for you guys, but if not, go out and start your own business. You live the life that you guys deserve and that you work hard for. But being in the rat race and trading time for money is a losing game.
They are having a difficult time finding jobs, yes, a lot of them. But I could also attribute that to the job market not being as good right now. I mean, like, A lot of my friends are college educated, and back in the day that used to really mean something. Now it's kind of like the same as getting a high school diploma. You don't get any special treatment for having a college degree these days.
My partner got fired recently, but he's in his 30s. I'm not too sure what's going to happen in the future based off of what's happening. A lot of people are moving to Alberta, BC just because of that. That might be my plan B, you never know. I was looking at the prices and they're probably half the price than here, right? Starting out with Alberta, maybe some apartment is probably cheaper right now, and houses.
Recent job fairs across the country, plenty of job seekers have turned out, hoping to get hired amid a sharp slowdown in employment.
A lot of people are eager and ready to work.
The unexpected plunge in positions, driving up February's unemployment rate from 6.5 to 6.7%, after experts had forecast job gains for the economy.
I thought we'd add actually more than 10,000. So to see us shed 85, there's very, very little good news you can pull from this one.
The losses were broad-based across industries, including the services sector and manufacturing. Quebec led the way with a drop of 57,000 jobs, while BC, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba also slipped. In Ontario, employment held steady, though the unemployment rate rose to 7.6% as more people looked for work.
It's been harrowing. It's been dehumanizing.
Zara Baksh lost her job as an administrative assistant 6 years ago, and since then hasn't been able to find a full-time job. She's now unhoused, sleeping on a friend's couch. Still, she's not giving up.
I am still hopeful. I don't know why, but there's a part of me that thinks, with my skill set, someone will notice me, someone will return a call back. I'm trying to get as creative as I can with how I'm seeking jobs.
Most of the losses came from full-time positions in the private sector and wiping out gains seen late last year. The harsh winter weather in part being blamed, along with trade uncertainty with the U.S. and the softening housing market.
I don't believe we're in a recession, but clearly the economy is struggling out of the gate in 2026.
And some worry the fallout from the fighting in the Middle East could further impact the economy. Still, despite the job losses, the national unemployment rate is actually roughly where it was a year ago, and hourly wages, they're actually up 3.9% year over year. John Benavalli-Rao, CTV News, Toronto.
Well, guys, today marks 1 year since Mark Carney became Prime Minister, and not only has he not delivered on his promises, he's actually delivered the opposite. Mark Carney talks about delivering the strongest economy in the G7, yet we continuously see job losses. February marked a net loss of almost 84,000 jobs, while the unemployment rate rose to 6.7%. Stats Canada even said that if you exclude the pandemic shutdown months, this is the largest dip in jobs we've seen in 17 years. And when you actually look at the numbers, we lost over 100,000 full-time jobs in February, yet we gained almost 25,000 part-time jobs. And this is where the liberal spin comes in. Oh, well, we gained 25,000 jobs. It's like, okay, yeah, sure. But we also lost over 100,000 full-time jobs, which are bigger tax contributors, which are worse job losses. So it's horrible, guys. Mark Carney promised the strongest economy in the G7. We have one of the weakest economies in the G7. There's hardly any economic growth happening. We're in recession watch, and the Bank of Canada is warning of more layoffs and more business closures as companies delay and cancel investment. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think our economy's in a good spot? Do you think Mark Carney's done a good job in his first year as Prime Minister? Let me know what you think.
So Canada just posted the biggest job loss in decades. Headlines like these can feel heavy, but it's important to remember that moments like these are not the end of the story. They are turning points. And what I mean by that is that every major economic reset has also been the birthplace of something new. New industries, new ideas, new leaders, and new opportunities. The future of work is being rewritten in real time. This moment isn't just about job losses, it's about reinvention. To anyone feeling uncertain right now, please remember, your skills, your creativity, and your courage to keep moving forward will shape what comes next. Economic setbacks are real and painful for many, but there are also signals that change is happening. New industries will emerge, new skills will be needed, new opportunities will be created by those bold enough to see beyond the headlines. History does not reward those that never struggle. It rewards the ones that learn, reinvent, and rise stronger. Greatest chapters have always been written after the toughest headlines, and the next chapter starts now. So stay strong.
I'm hoping that I can get some advice on something. This is slightly not music related, which I really wanted this entire account to be only music based. And I've been kind of struggling because I am a mom and I want to share mom things as well, but music is a huge part of my life and I'm so passionate about it that that's why I chose to dedicate it just to music. But I'm going to take a shot in the dark that one person's going to watch this and maybe give some advice. I'm kind of at a standstill right now. I am 38 years old. I'm about to be 39 in June. Age doesn't matter though. I mean, I feel so young. I feel like anywhere from 15 to 20 years younger, actually. It's crazy. So it's not my age. I don't care about that. But I'm unemployed. I chose to quit a job, which sounds crazy. There's a lot of details behind it, which I don't have the time to share that right now. But the point is, it was a horrible job. My mental health was so bad. I literally dreaded going to work every day. I'm like, I can't do this. So I had to quit. And I really just thought that it was going to be maybe a month or two before I could get a job. And it's tough. I am Canadian. I am in Ontario, and it's just so hard. Mind you, I hated that job that I was at so much that I was there for 4 weeks and I already started looking for new work and I couldn't find anything. And that's why it was so hard for me to just quit, but I did. But to backtrack at that point for just a second, I had been applying since July of 2025. And to this day, I'm still applying and I'm not getting anything, not one single thing. And what's frustrating is I just said age doesn't matter. And to me personally, it doesn't matter. But I've done a lot in this entire time since being 20 to where I'm at now. I've gone to school many times. I have the education. I have the experience as in I've done placements. Obviously, I've shared that on here. Music is my ultimate passion. That's why I went to school for music business. I would have loved nothing more than to be working in the music industry. But this is so hard. I am at a standstill. I can't get a job in the field that I want. So I settle. And I'm not happy, but then at least it's money. But then I have $0 to my name because all I keep doing is working and putting money into obviously life and bills. And I have a child, so he needs care. And that's all, realistic stuff that you do. But I don't have anything left over. The cost of living in our province is insane right now. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sitting here and every single day I'm trying to apply for jobs and just nothing is happening. I'm getting tired. I'm getting frustrated. I need money. But it's I'm giving up. I just don't know what the point is anymore. I can't go anywhere. I can't do anything because I need money, but then I need the work. And it's I'm doing the work to get the work and it's not working. And I'm like, what is going on? I cannot be the only one, right? I see videos all the time. So I know I'm not the only one. And a lot of them are American, but I do see Canadian ones as well. And I'm sure it's not just Ontario, but it's unrealistic to any fellow Canadians that might watch this. The cost of everything. Sometimes I feel it's unrealistic just to pick up and leave. When I was in my late teens going to college for the first time and even just in my 20s, if I had my mindset to do something, sometimes I didn't think about consequences or the outcome. I just did it. And I don't mean that in a reckless way, but what I mean is I thought it was for the better, as in going to school for the music program I did. I didn't think twice about it. I just picked up and I left and I went. And I mean, you can't do that now. But my point is to go to another province, it costs so much just to fill your car with gas to be able to just drive anywhere in our province, let alone a different province, that like to pick up and move, especially with a family. It's unrealistic. Life is hard right now and I just don't know what I'm doing. I guess if anyone wants to say anything, any advice, like I am at a loss. Like I can't keep applying. Like this is no disrespect to these other jobs I'm about to mention. Okay. Nothing at all. I promise you. I'm not that kind of person. But when I had the mindset at 20, graduating from college, I was led to believe that you go to school, you get the career, like all the steps you're supposed to. So that's what I did. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with working in a fast food chain, nothing like that. I truly don't. But it's just for some reason, I never had that opportunity. Other people that I know have, and I just never did it personally. However, now I'm in this position and I'm like, McDonald's won't even hire me. Tim Hortons won't even hire me. I'm like, what is happening? And I don't want to sound conceited, but I'm like kind of overqualified, as in like I have all this background, this experience, the education, like I have everything, but they want someone who has experience, but I can't get the experience because they won't hire me. So I'm like, this is just not where I thought I'd be at this point in time. If somebody can help me, please. I just need a job and I need to make money.
So the numbers are in the first 2 months of 2026, that is January and February, Canada lost over 100,000 jobs. And if you live in Canada, those numbers are real because you or somebody you know personally has been affected by these job losses. What does this let you know? For most of these people, outside of the 2 to 6 week severance pay they are going to be receiving, they don't have any other emergency fund that can get them through the period where they are trying to find a new job. That is why you have to create a structure for your finances that allows you to have an emergency fund. It's not there as a fancy add-on. It's not there. It's not money that is just sitting in your account. It's money that will take care of your family, take care of your bills. If situations like this happen all the time. What is going to be happening now is that a lot of these people are going to be raiding their retirement investments just to pay the bills, making withdrawals from RSP accounts and paying the penalties, depleting TFSAs, maybe selling off assets just to pay the bills. It means they have to start from zero. This would mean they would hamper their ability to retire comfortably in the future. The time to put the right structure in place for your finances is now. If you still have a job, this is the time when you should be starting a business that creates another means of income for you. The best time to start is right now. Don't wait until something like this happens before you start looking seriously into how you are planning your finances.
Biggest Canadian job loss in 4 years and the largest in decades outside of the pandemic. The economy lost more than 80,000 jobs last month, a sign the trade war is having an impact. CTV's Stefan Keys is here now with more. Steph.
Patricia, as you know, we've been covering the turnout at job fairs in our city, and today we're learning the high turnout isn't just happening here in the capital. The number of job seekers is growing across the country. The unemployment rate unexpectedly increased to 6.7% in February. That's up from 6.5% in January. That resulted in a loss of 84,000 jobs right across the country. Still, Prime Minister Mark Carney is defending his government's economic record.
If you look at the performance of the labor market over the course of the last 6 months, we've created over 80,000 jobs net over the last 6 months. The United States has created 6,000. Given the scale of the trade actions, the uncertainty that is associated as well as with the trade actions by the United States, that is causing big adjustments in the Canadian economy.
That's how Carney responded when he was asked about the job numbers when he was speaking to reporters in Norway today. He also said the unemployment rate is lower than when he came into office last year, which is true, but economists say this is still a worrying sign.
Oh, this was definitely a weak report. I mean, there are no two ways about this. I would not sugarcoat it. It is actually, outside of the pandemic, one of the biggest monthly declines that we have ever seen in employment.
Ladies and gentlemen, Canada is officially
in a recession, and the media and government are lying to you because they don't want to send people and markets into a panic by officially declaring that Canada is in a recession. Now, many folks have been pointing to various recession indicators within the Canadian economy for a while now. For example, Popeye's $9 big box meal provides you 2 pieces of chicken, 2 sides, and a biscuit, but no drink. That's how you know your country is in a recession, when fast food joints don't even offer you a drink with the meal anymore. However, the true recession indicator is job data and job growth, and it is looking abysmal for Canada. With 84,000 jobs lost in just February alone, Canada's national unemployment rate increased to 6.7%. The unemployment situation in Canada is absolutely terrible. In fact, a BMO chief economist said that the 84,000 jobs lost in February was the largest monthly employment drop recorded in Canadian history. Now, the same economist from the BMO has said that losing 80,000 jobs in a single month is something that you typically would only see in a recession. Now, the reason why the unemployment rate is skyrocketing in Canada is because there's no job growth. In the past 12 months, Canada has created 0 jobs, especially in key industries like manufacturing, automotive, steel and aluminum, and just other industries overall. There's been no job creation, no job growth, and that's what's contributing to this rise in unemployment. Now, the 2 groups affected the most by unemployment in Canada are men aged 25 to 54 and young people aged 15 to 24. Despite Carney and the Liberals pledging and promising that they were going to expand the Canadian economy, invest in Canadian jobs, we're just not seeing that. And it's been a year since Carney has been Prime Minister, and we've seen 0 job growth in the country. Now, the youth are getting hit the hardest during this unemployment crisis in Canada. In fact, the youth unemployment rate is 14%, which is the highest among G7 countries. This goes to show just how little our federal government gives a fuck about investing in Canada and its future.
All right, this is the part 2, guys. So, like I was saying, I've never applied for government assistance my whole life. I'm almost 30. I'm gonna turn 30. My 20s are done. And all over my 20s, there was the COVID. There was me looking for work. Like, look, listen, you can fuck up, okay? I went to rehab once. That was for 5 days. It was for weed. Everybody else was there for something else. Crack, cocaine, meth, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I was the only one there for weed. People were laughing at me. They're like, what the fuck are you doing here? I was like, guys, I'm just fucking, just want to get sober. I can't do it by myself. Anyways, the problem is when you want to go to rehab, it's going to cost you $60,000 to get you in there right away. Unless you want to wait. Like I did. Thank God my addiction wasn't like other heavy things where, you know what I mean? But how are you going to tell somebody that's on crack or coke or whatever, hey, just tell your addiction to wait. Let us fucking do our thing. And then maybe we'll call you when the time is right. Get the fuck out of here. What? If a guy is telling you, yo, I want to change, I want to become sober, I want to help the society, right? You know what I mean? I want to become a better person. You guys should fucking take him in right away. Be like, come, we could save a human being. Instead, you guys want to fucking make this a money game again? Like, everything is money. If you're poor, sorry, your addiction can wait. But if you're rich, come over here. Stupid as fuck, bro. This is like, and I have friends that are born here, bro. I have a few friends that are born here. These fuckers, ever since they're 18, they collect government money, assistant, welfare, whatever you want to call it. And then these guys go find cash jobs. And then these guys try to tell me, oh, this is a flex, eh? I do the flex. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. You're a lazy piece of shit. I'll always talk shit to these guys. As in, you're a lazy piece of shit. If you got 2 legs working, 2 fucking feet working, you can go work. Those assistants are for the people that are not fortunate. You feel me? Those people that can't work, that have sicknesses. Feel me? But I guess those people were the right ones, because my buddy and them, they're collecting whatever they are, $500-600 every month, while I have to fucking look for work, spend my time with $0 in my bank, keep working, keep looking, and no results. You know what I mean? For 2-3 years, like right now, let's speak about right now. This thing happened to me when I was 21, took me 2 years. Now it's same thing. You can't find work. And I go speak to people that are in Subway or whatever. I'm like, how did you guys find a job? He's like, oh, I've been here for a month. Subway. I've been here for a month. International student. I'm like, damn, then you can get a full-time job right away? I can't. You feel me? So I just applied, and I'm gonna tell this to everybody that's fucking trying to have the same motivation like me. That's, like, hey, let me just go find work. Always fuck it, look for work, find job, work my ass off, cause I'm capable. I'm not handicapped whatsoever. But yo, you guys are doing it wrong. I just applied. My 20s are done. I don't want you guys to waste your 20s or your teens. You feel me? Like I'm not talking about for me only, man. Like for anybody, there's teenagers that are not gonna be able to find jobs. There are people that are gonna come off rehab or addiction that are gonna need these jobs. But guess what? There's no jobs. Cause Canada wants to bring in all the international students and Indians and have them work in all these fucking places. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Go check all the stores. Tim Hortons, Walmart. You know what I mean? Like, look, there's a Walmart right here. I'll show you guys. Just the beginning. That's a Walmart right there. Yeah, right there. It's a Walmart. And everybody in there is fucking Indian. All the workers, everybody, the cashiers. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, let's not speak about it. But you know what? Don't speak about it. Fucking blame the government just like me, right? Go collect onto your work. Just keep looking for work. If you can't find it, it's not your fault. Cause like, why am I gonna get belittled by my parents, everybody, the society, just cause I can't find a job when I'm looking for it, when I'm actively fucking looking for it, man. I'm not complaining. I'm not saying give me free money, bro. I have friends that are born here that are trying to fucking milk the government, get their money, collect as much as these guys can, and they go look for cash works, and they can, you know what I mean? They call it a flex of some kind. I'm like, no, this is loser shit, bro. That's some loser shit. Why am I gonna bother my mom and dad all these years for my phone bill, for this bill, for that bill? Why? Like, my mom is still paying for my shit. You know what I mean? I don't know, cause there's no, like, you know what I mean? Is it my fault I fucked up? Sure, I fucked up. I quit school. I thought I could go work, right? I mean, again, we're not rich people's thing, bro. Like, we don't have rich families. Our families tell us, hey, get the fuck out of the house, go find work, support for yourself. I never had a room to myself. You feel me? All my life. Again, that's on me. After 20 something, that's on you. You gotta go out there work. But there's no jobs, my brother. Even COVID, after COVID, it got worse. During COVID, I was working, guys. I got laid off by Toro Aluminum in Vaughan. So don't tell me I was lazy, bro. I never fucking asked for government money, bro. You know what? But I'm done, guys. I'm done. Cause I'm done. I'm literally stressed out every day trying to find work. And then I start asking myself, man, is there something wrong with me? No. I'm not gonna do that anymore, bro. I'm not gonna hurt my own fucking mind. I'm not gonna hurt my family, as in asking them for money or, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. I'm done. You guys wanna fuck this country up, government? Carney? Trudeau? You guys wanna fuck these people? You know what I mean? You guys wanna fuck us up? Alright. I'm done. Give me my fucking money monthly. Man, I'll look for work. If I can't find it, it's not my fault. You guys made it like this, bro. You guys are not gonna tell people, go hand in your resumes, don't be lazy. Motherfucker, when you hand in your resume, you can't fucking get the interview. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so fucking mad. Cause you can't get the interview, bro. These guys think once you hand in the resume, you're boom, voila. You have the work. No. Like April 1st, I'm gonna be 30, bro. I'm tired. Oh, fine, trying to look for work. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say, guys. It's my dates. I'm not gonna blame the government again. I'm not gonna blame this job issue. I should have quit weed while I can. So now I'm sober on my days. Hopefully everything's gonna get better. But I guess because I was high every day, I never thought, hey, maybe I should just apply for the government assistance. Why am I being a fucking retard trying to act like the good guy, the hard working guy, when a few of your friends that are born here getting government money ever since they're 18, bro, they're not fucking helping the government. They're fucking milking. I've been here since I was 9, and I worked ever since I was 14 at cash jobs when I was 14, when you can legally work at 16. Then when I was 16, I started working ever since I'm 16, bro. I'm not saying I helped the country, but I paid my taxes year over year, bro. I kept working until I was 22, and then that's when it was so hard to find a job in this country. Then for the past fucking almost 10 years, same shit. But hopefully now, that's it. Get government money until I can find work. And then in the meantime, just go to the gym, deal with my sobriety. That's it, guys. So, peace. I love you all.
So now you've seen the numbers, Gui. 109,000 jobs gone in just 2 months. And the bigger question is, what happens next? Because if this trend continues, this isn't just a bad phase. This is the beginning of something much bigger. And here's the truth most people don't want to hear. By the time it becomes obvious to everyone, it's already too late to prepare. That's why I want to hear from you. Not just statistics, not just news, real experiences. Are you seeing layoffs around you? Are job opportunities getting harder to find? Or maybe you've already been affected. Drop a comment below and share your situation. Because when people speak up, others realize they're not alone. And trust me, that matters more than you think. Also, if this video gave you even a small reality check, take 2 seconds right now, hit the like button. It helps this reach more people. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, because I'm going to keep breaking down what's happening step by step without filters. And one more thing, don't ignore this. Don't assume it won't affect you, because economic shifts like this, they don't hit everyone at once. They start slow, then suddenly they hit hard. Stay aware, stay prepared, stay ahead. And if you want to understand what's coming next in this situation, watch the next video on your screen, because it connects directly to what we talked about today. I'll see you there.